Hey everybody, hey, this is Ken Faulkner. We're doing something a little different this time. And it's not exactly a knife video, it's more about the knife community. So, getting ready for Blade Show, pretty excited about that. And I figured I saw Stasa do a video where he had his face shown on the camera, just in case anybody that watches my videos happens to be at Blade Show and you see this guy that looks like me, and maybe you want to come up and say hi. I appreciate that. I got a few knives here that I got last time I went to Blade Show West up in Utah. First time this year to go to Atlanta. Very exciting. I want to talk a little bit about how I ended up kind of getting to this point of going to Blade Show, doing videos on YouTube. I really started when the pandemic hit. So 2020, we all got shut down. We're all sitting at home, and I always liked knives. I had knives for a long time. I've mentioned that before, but I started watching some YouTube videos, and there were some obvious ones out there. Nick Shabazz was there, Metal Complex, Birdshot IV. And I was watching all these videos and just liking to seeing the knives, liking looking at them, hearing about them. And then I started watching Bees Blades, and he's taking them apart, and I'm going, man, that is really cool. And so there I am. I'm thinking I'm got nothing better to do with all this, everything shut down right now. Why don't I order some knives from everybody's favorite place, Amazon? And they'll just deliver it to the door. I'll have something to look at and check out while I'm waiting for things to open back up. Anyhow, so I'm getting more and more into it, and it's a slippery slope. And I started out with some really small little cheap knives, and they were cool because I didn't know any better. But seeing all these really nice knives, and really kind of, especially like Metal Complex, boy, he had those awesome knives. So I'm watching those channels, but I'm not commenting. I'm just watching the videos, but I'm watching them quite a bit. I'm really getting into it, and time goes by, and somewhere along the line I decided to, you know, something went on in one of the videos, and it interests me enough, you know, probably like Birdshot IV. They'd always like, hey, if you like this, or what do you think about this, say something in the comments, you know. So I put it in the comment, and then I get a response back. I couldn't believe it, that these YouTube channels, these people that have so many people watching them, would actually take the time to answer my comment. And that was fun, and that was like a little step forward for me. And then I'm watching other things, and I'm seeing this ad for Bees Blades, Live at the Hive. What the heck is that? Well, that turned in kind of an addiction of its own, other than the knife addiction. So every Friday I got to be there in the hive, and I know a lot of people that watch my channel know me from being in the chat on Bees Blades. And boy, that's where you really start to feel that sense of community. You know, you get the chats and going back and forth. It's more of a one-on-one type thing. But then when you get into the lives and you start commenting in the lives, you know, the live feed there, and people are saying hi to you and things like that, and talking to each other, and the guy that's doing the video is commenting about something you put on that in that chat, and that was really cool. I really liked it. It just kind of pulled me in, and I started getting further and further into this whole knife addiction that a lot of us are sharing here. And then I start you know, doing super chats and all these things, and comes a time where I'm commenting on Freedom Frog Gear's channel. And if any of you guys saw my very first video, that was done because Freedom Frog challenged me to do this video. And he reached out to me and said, hey, you ever want to chat, talk about knives? And that's what I needed, somebody to talk about knives with. And that's kind of why I like getting involved in these lives. You know, why don't you send me an email? We'll, you know, we can talk about things. And I started telling him about the next knife that I bought. And he sent me an email back, and that got to be an actual, it's a long, he said he lives way out on the other side of the country, so it's like not, we're going to be, you know, dropping by each other's house or anything. I'd love to do that, but it's not really that easy to do. But I got to know him more as a friend, and since then there's actually been a few others. Billy from Apex Alchemy, you hear me talk about him all the time, but he's a great buddy, and I talk to him a lot. And there's a couple other people. Really gotten to know Bees a lot, and you know, others as well. So I just want to say the reason why I'm talking about this is because for me it's been a great journey, one step at a time. And every time I move one step further into the knife community, not only did I enjoy myself more in the community, but I also realized how cool all these people are. Really, really nice people. And when I went to my first Blade show, I met a few people. I met Ben Belkin from Jack Wolf Knives, and he was the nicest guy, I'm telling you. He was really, he hadn't even sold a knife yet. He had a bunch of knives there, and he was, you know, I got to look at him, play with him. I'd heard about him. He said, hey, what size is the shirt you wear? He reached back behind in a box and grabbed out a shirt and gave it to me. I got all kinds of swag from him from that show, and I was hooked. I was hooked, even though I couldn't buy a knife at that time. But last Blade show, so a year later, when it was in Utah, I ended up buying this knife, and that was really, really cool. And I tell you, this year, planning to get another one. It's something different about buying it directly from the maker, especially people that are directly involved. Like when you go and talk to Lefty face to face, and he's got his knives there and he's talking about it, and he's just a nice dude, man. I got to tell you, it's something else. It's a different kind of experience, and I'm definitely addicted. So maybe you want to think about that before you get this deep into it. Or, you know, maybe you're just watching videos. If you're watching the videos, you're still part of the community, okay? Even those that go on, if you go on live and you're not making comments, you're still part of the community. But I believe, at least for me, that's taking that next step, going a little further. Maybe you don't want to make YouTube videos. I don't know. That was pretty extreme for me. But hey, if it leads to that, I think you're going to like it. So anyway, want to do this video, see my face, talk about my experience, and tell you I love all you guys. I really do. And it's not like I throw that around. I think it's kind of like crazy for people to say, oh, I love everybody. I love this. I love that. But I do love the community, and everybody that does comment in the videos makes this more pleasant for me, more pleasurable for me. And it's just sitting around talking about knives with people living in California. There's not a lot of knife people out here, so this is how I got to connect with you guys. So I appreciate all you guys, really. And I will be seeing you more videos. Hopefully I'm going to start progressing, doing some more things, maybe face-to-face, maybe actually editing some videos instead of just turning on the camera and just blabbing. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.